Let's discuss about multiplication of matrices. Now this part is it's extremely important because the rest of the topics are based on this matrix multiplication. Okay, so this is a very important part. Now when we talk about matrix multiplication, so first let's try to understand how do we do matrix multiplication, because there are certain rules and regulations which you have to follow for multiplication, at least to do multiplication. Okay. Now, first we'll start with multiplication of two matrices. Okay, multiplication. Now, see, when you talk about multiplication, now let's go back. For addition and subtraction, remember the order of the matrices are very important. Likewise, even for multiplication also, the order of the two matrices are very important. Okay, now what we have is, suppose, say you have, say, matrix A, which is given by Aij m cross n, correct? So say this is m cross n. Now m number of rows, n number of columns, isn't it? Now if you have to multiply with another matrix B, which is Bij, a very important factor is that the number of columns of matrix A, it must and should be equal to number of rows of the second one. So the second one will be n cross p. Okay, so very important is that this value, it must and should be the same. In the sense, if you are trying to multiply, suppose say a matrix with 3 cross 2 as the order, then the second matrix must and should have 2 rows and any number of columns, like I can say 2 cross 1. This is possible. Okay, or if you are taking 1 cross 3, this has to be 3 cross whatever it is, 3 cross 2. I can take it this way. But the only criteria what you should notice is that number of columns of the first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Only when these two are equal, only then you will be able to do product of the two matrices. Fair enough? So this is the very important point in multiplication of two matrices. Okay. Now I'll give you with an example, I'll explain what has to be there. Fair enough? So let's take one simple example. I'll show how to do multiplication of two matrices. Let's take the example. Say matrix A will take, I'll take 3 cross 1. Okay. Say 1 or say 1, 2, 4, 7, 3 minus 2. Now this is 3 cross 2. Let's take 3 cross 2, not 3 cross 1. Okay, let's take 3 cross 2. Now, if matrix A is 3 cross 2, then the number of rows in the second matrix has to be 2. Correct? So now what we'll do, we'll take B, matrix B is equal to, you need to have 2 rows, correct? So say 1, 0. This is what? 2 cross 1. 3 cross 2, 2 cross 1. Since the value of the columns in the first one and the rows in the second one are one and the same, we can multiply these two. Okay. Now how it goes is that first we take, so here we'll start with AB. AB is equal to, so first what we do is that I'm going to take a big one here. We'll start with, the first one is the row, correct? We'll start with the row like this. Okay, so we start with the row, you go like this direction. In the sense, what we are doing here is that we are going this way, but in the row direction. And then in the second matrix, you do the same with the column, like this. You multiply a row and the column correspondingly. In the sense, first we do 1, 1. You take 1 and 1. Fair enough? So 1 into 1 plus, see this one, this is 2, this is 0, plus 2 into 0. Okay, so 1 into 1 plus 2 into 0. This is the first one. Now for the second one, what we do is that you take the second row, which is basically 4 into 1. So next one will be 4 into 1. Next 7 into 0 plus 7 into 0. Okay. The next one is going to be 3 into 1. 3 into 1 minus 2 into 0 plus minus 2 into 0. So what you get finally here, this is what you are going to get. Okay, so basically what you are going to get, AB, finally you can write down AB is equal to, so 1 into 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is basically 1. 1, 4 plus 0 is 4, 3 plus 0 is 3. 1, 4, 3. Look at the order. Order is 3 cross 1. Isn't it? Now you need to understand that what we had, see what we had was, we had 3 cross 2 and 2 cross 1. These two are one and the same, correct? And look at the final part of it. You got the order of the final matrix as 3 cross 1. So in general what we say is that if you have M cross N as the first one, N cross P as the second one, then the final matrix will have the order of M cross P. You are going to get it as M cross P. Now this is how we do matrix multiplication. Okay, now I'll give you another example of how to do matrix multiplication. One more of multiple rows and multiple columns. One more example will do. But remember, M cross N, N cross P. That should give you M cross P. Okay, this is more like you have to verify, okay, is my calculation correct or not? The number of rows and columns are correct or not? Okay, now let's do the next example. See the next one. Let's suppose we are going to take, okay, let's take 2 cross 3. Okay, 1, 4, 7. 2, 5, 8. This is 2 cross 3. That means the next one need to have 3 cross something, correct? Let's take matrix B as 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 7. This is 3 cross 2, correct? That means the product of these two matrices has to be 2 cross 2, correct? Remember, just in the previous one we saw, it should be 2 cross 2, isn't it? Okay, now let's do the math here. Very simple. First, what do? We write AB is equal to, first we have to take the row in this direction and column in this direction, correct? So we take the first row and we take the first column. First row, first column. Alright? Again I'll repeat. First row, first column. So 1 into 0. That means what are we doing? We are doing 1 multiplied by 0 here. Correct? So 1 into 0 plus. The next one is going to be 4 into 1. Plus 7 into 3. This one, 3 here. This one, 7 into 3. First row, first column. Next is first row, second column, correct? So, we'll take it in another color. Suppose say this is the, see, this is the first row. This is the second column. Again, you go down here. First row, second column. So you will have 1 into 5 plus 4 into 2 plus 7 into 7. Okay, this is the next one. The next one, what you have to do, second, see this, we are going to take second row and the first column here, second row first column. Okay, so let me write it in another color. 2 into 0 plus 5 into 1 plus 8 into 3, this is the one. Then you are going to have the final one, which is 2 into 5. That means we are taking the second row and we are taking the second column. 2 into 5 plus 5 into 2 plus 8 into 7. Correct? So finally, you add all of them together. So AB is equal to 1 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 plus 21. 21 plus 4 is 25. First row, first column element is 25. Next one is first row, second column, 5 plus 8 plus 49. We get 62, which is the first row, second column. The next one is 0 plus 5 plus 24. 5 plus 24 is 29. The next one is going to be 29. The next one is 10 plus 10, which is 20. 20 plus 56 is 76. See the order 2 cross 2. That's what I was telling you in the beginning, correct? Now, this is how you do matrix multiplication when you have multiple matrices. In the sense, multiple rows and columns. Fair enough? So, this is what we have for multiplication. Now, in the next video, we'll look into the properties of matrix multiplication. Like how do we do commutative, associative, inverse, then scalar multiplication. All these things we are going to look into it in the next video.